Can your genes really make you obese? The truth revealed. Have you ever noticed how some people can eat whatever they want and never gain weight, while others struggle to shed even a few pounds despite their best efforts? It's a question that has intrigued scientists and health enthusiasts alike. Does your genetic makeup determine whether you'll be obese? Or is your weight primarily shaped by lifestyle and environmental factors? In today's video, we will explore the fascinating science behind genetics and obesity. By the end, you'll have the knowledge to navigate this complex topic and empower yourself to make informed decisions about your health. Before diving into the connection between genes and obesity, let's start with the basics. What are genes? Simply put, genes are like blueprints for your body. They carry the instructions for how your cells function, influencing everything from your eye color to more complex traits, such as your metabolism and appetite. Humans have around 20,000 genes, and while many of them remain constant across individuals, small variations exist that make us unique. When it comes to health, these genetic variations can sometimes predispose an individual to certain conditions, including obesity. But what exactly does predisposition mean? It doesn't mean that your genes seal your fate. It means they create a tendency or increased risk for something. In the case of obesity, certain genes may make it easier for your body to store fat or signal hunger more frequently than average. Scientists have identified several genes related to obesity, with one of the most studied being the FTO gene. FTO, also known as the fat mass and obesity-associated gene, is linked to how your body processes and stores energy. People who carry specific variants of this gene have been found to have a higher risk of developing obesity. But how does this gene work? Individuals with an altered FTO gene may experience heightened hunger signals or find it harder to feel full after eating. This can lead to overeating over time. Beyond appetite, these genetic variants have also been connected to lower calorie expenditure, meaning your body might burn energy less efficiently. Other genes, such as MC4R and LEP, influence how much fat your body stores and how sensitive you are to the hormone leptin, which helps regulate hunger. It's important, however, to keep in mind that these genetic influences are subtle. Researchers estimate that only 40 to 70% of obesity risk can be attributed to genetic factors. The remaining portion, that comes down to your environment and your lifestyle choices. It's tempting to think that genes alone determine your weight, but that's far from the truth. Obesity is a multifactorial condition, meaning it isn't caused by one single factor, genetic or otherwise. Instead, it arises from a combination of genetic predispositions, lifestyle habits, and environmental influences. Consider your day-to-day life. Are you consuming nutritious meals or mostly processed foods? Do you lead an active life or spend hours seated in front of a screen? These choices play a significant role in shaping your weight and overall health, regardless of genetic predisposition. In fact, research shows that environment, such as access to healthy foods and opportunities for exercise, can amplify or diminish the effects of obesity genes. This interaction is known as a gene-environment interaction. Here's where it gets both fascinating and empowering. Your genes may set the stage, but the choices you make in response have the power to change the outcome. For example, someone with a higher genetic risk of obesity could mitigate that risk by engaging in regular physical activity, controlling calorie intake, and managing stress effectively. Even modern science underscores this connection. The emerging field of epigenetics shows how lifestyle factors can turn off or turn on certain genes. If you maintain a healthy lifestyle, eating well, sleeping adequately, exercising, you could counteract some of the effects your genes might predispose you to. This two-way interplay between nature, your genes, and nurture, your environment, offers an optimistic outlook. Instead of feeling powerless because of a predisposition, you can instead focus your energy on cultivating habits that promote a healthier lifestyle. Let's break down the key lifestyle factors that can override genetic predispositions. Your metabolism is partially influenced by your genes, but physical activity can help you regulate it. Exercise not only burns calories but also improves how effectively your body uses energy. Strength training, for example, can increase muscle mass, which elevates your resting metabolic rate, meaning your body burns more calories even while at rest. The role of diet in combating genetic predispositions is monumental. Opting for whole, nutrient-dense foods like fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and healthy fats can balance hunger hormones and curb weight gain. Meanwhile, processed foods and sugary snacks can trigger overeating, regardless of your genetic makeup. Studies increasingly show that poor sleep and chronic stress can magnify the effects of obesity-related genes. Sleep deprivation disrupts hunger hormones, such as ghrelin and leptin, making you feel hungrier and less satisfied after meals. Stress, on the other hand, raises cortisol levels, which can lead to fat accumulation in the abdominal area. Personalization has become a buzzword in health and wellness, and for good reason. Thanks to advances in science, we now have access to tools like genetic tests that can provide insights into how your body responds to food and exercise. This burgeoning field, called nutrigenomics, allows health enthusiasts to tailor their diets based on their genetic data. For example, someone with a genetic predisposition to slower metabolism might benefit from a diet rich in proteins and fiber, which keep you full longer. Similarly, fitness plans can be adjusted to counteract weight gain tendencies. High-intensity interval training, HIIT, and strength training might be especially effective for individuals with genetic traits linked to obesity. While these methods empower us to make more informed choices, it's worth noting that genetic testing isn't necessary for everyone. General principles of healthy living, like balanced diets, regular exercise, sleep, and stress management, are universally effective, regardless of your genetic makeup. Let's look at a few examples to illustrate just how much impact lifestyle choices can have, even when genetic predispositions are at play. Case Study 1: Beating the Odds. A 35-year-old woman with a genetic variant in the FTO gene adopts a new lifestyle after genetic testing. By introducing plant-based meals, daily walks, and prioritizing her sleep, she manages to lose 30 pounds and maintain her weight despite her predisposition. Case Study 2: Fitness First. A man with a family history of obesity and low metabolic rate joins a fitness program tailored to his needs. By focusing on strength building and reducing sugar consumption, he prevents further weight gain and increases his muscle mass significantly. These stories reinforce that while genes may influence your starting point, the actions you take each day shape where you ultimately go. As we near the conclusion of today's topic, let's address some common misconceptions. Myth: I have obesity genes, so I'm doomed to be overweight. Fact: having a genetic predisposition doesn't guarantee obesity. It simply means you may need to work a little harder to maintain your weight through disciplined habits. Myth: thin people are just lucky to have good genes. Fact: many people with good genes still develop unhealthy habits that lead to metabolic issues. Genes aren't the sole determinant of health. Myth: genetic testing is the only way to understand your body. Fact: while helpful, genetic testing isn't mandatory for weight management. Practical, evidence-based habits like exercise and mindful eating are universally beneficial. So, can your genes make you obese? The truth lies in balance. Your genes may predispose you to certain traits, but they don't define your destiny. Obesity is not a matter of nature versus nurture. It's the interplay of both. While you can't change your genetic makeup, you can control your lifestyle and environment, shaping how your genes interact with the world around you. The key is empowerment. By understanding your body's genetic predispositions, building healthier habits, and using science to your advantage, you can take charge of your health no matter where you're starting from. Remember, genes may shape your starting point, but you hold the power to write your story. The science is here to guide you, but the decisions are yours to make. Now, go out there and take control of your health. You've got this.